Pay attention because I'm about to share 3 things that I did to manifest and create the life that I live. Okay, these are 3 things that I literally did to reprogram my reality so that I can live the life that I'm living and have the success that I have. No gatekeeping. And if you do these same 3 things, then you can literally live your dream life. Number 1, changed my identity. Yes, I changed my identity. Chosen one, you have to change your identity and come up with a new self-concept, a new self-image, a new way to identify yourself within this 3D realm, okay? You have to have new thoughts, new feelings, new beliefs, new ideologies, new systems, new habits, new patterns, new neuroplastic connections, and understand that the new version of you and the new life that you'll be living requires you to identify with yourself differently. How do you see yourself? How do you speak to yourself? How do you resonate? All of these things compound and compile and create your energy and your frequency and your vibration, which then determines your identity. So in order to change your self-identity, you have to work on all of these things. So I had to change my identity. I could no longer look at life the same way as I did when I was thinking as the older version of myself. I needed to start thinking from the end. I needed to start acting as if. I needed to start manifesting from the wish fulfilled. What would I be doing if I was already that person? How would I be thinking? How would I be moving? Who would I be talking to? What calls would I be making? What would I be wearing? How would I sound? How would I carry myself? How would I respond and how would I react to this, to that? That shift in self-identity will change everything. I changed my environment. Yes, because there's no way you can grow inside of an environment that's keeping you small. There's no way that you can grow inside of an environment that's keeping you confined. And so I outgrew my environment. I outgrew my surroundings. I outgrew my city. I outgrew the friend group. I outgrew the circumstances and scenarios that got me to where I was. And because I knew that I was a limitless being, I sought more and I wanted to expand my mind. I wanted to expand my surroundings and I wanted to get around more opportunity, more abundance, more opulence, more success, more possibility, more prosperity, more winners. And that's exactly what I did. I moved from my small city into a bigger city and then an even bigger city. And I surrounded myself with people who had the life that I wanted to live. I surrounded myself with people who were already living their dream life. I surrounded myself with people who did not see limitations. I surrounded myself with people who had higher standards for themselves. And that naturally rubbed off on me. That naturally impacted the way that I saw myself. And it boosted my confidence, it boosted my potential, it boosted my self-belief, it boosted my self-esteem, it boosted what I knew and believed to be possible because I saw other people living it. I was getting closer to touching the dream. I was literally observing it in real time. And so that simple change in my environment allowed for me to shift what I believed to be true, and it allowed for me to change my paradigm and my perspective on what I believed ultimately to be possible. Understand that your environment is going to determine how much you can expand. You cannot expand beyond your environment. And you cannot expand beyond what you're exposed to within your environment. So if all you've ever been exposed to was lack, scarcity, doubt, negativity, chaos, trauma, and all of these low vibrational things, then naturally that's what your brain is going to believe and program to be safe. Because under flight or flight, when you're stuck in survival, you have to do whatever you have to do to maintain a level of security and safeness. And so when you're in those circumstances, and that's all you've been exposed to, by default, subconsciously, you've trained that to be safe. You've trained that to be normal. You've trained that to be okay. And so you've got to get out of those environments. You got to get out of those loops. You got to get out of those cycles that are keeping you stuck and small. When you surround yourself with people who challenge you to expand your mind, who challenge you to think different, who bring new emotional connections, and who bring new energetic awareness to you, you see how much more you can achieve in life. Because literally, these new concepts and these new stimulus are impacting your neuroplasticity. And once your mind and brain expands, and so changing your environment will allow for you to expand accordingly. And number 3, I trained my nervous system to feel safe with more. Yes, more money, more success, more abundance, more wins, more happiness, more love, more blessings, right? A lot of the times when we come from a circumstance when that's not the normal, every time we start to actually become successful, we start to get the life we want, our dreams start to come true, because our nervous system has not been prepared, we actually repel it. Yes, you repel your blessings. Yes, you block your blessings because you have not prepared yourself to feel okay and accept more and to feel like you can steward and handle more and maintain more. And so subconsciously you reject that which you want because there's cognitive dissonance and there's ambivalence. There's mixed emotions towards that which you really want. I stopped denouncing what I really wanted and just allowed for everything that I knew I desired to manifest. And that quick change made everything happen in a quantum way. I realized it was already done. In order to have more and get more, I needed to be more. Understand, chosen one, you cannot have that which you do not already possess. As within, so without. So if freedom is what you seek, simply be free. If love is what you seek, simply be love. If you want to be rich, you don't need to wait for the money to hit your bank account. Be rich right now. And so that simple reprogramming and change in my nervous system and that regulation, giving myself the permission, allowing myself to feel calm, cool, collected, and competent for more. God will not give you the blessings if you're going to squander them. There's a major responsibility that comes with more success, more blessings, just more in general. If this helped you, comment ready. I'll get you on a breakthrough call and we can see if you're a good fit for my one-on-one mentorship.